So today's video is kind of a big deal because it's an entire year compacted into one. It's a little nerve-wracking because I'm trying to remember everything that I loved. I'm trying to make sure that I didn't miss anything, but I know if I kept overthinking it and putting it off, I would just never get it done. I did split this up into two, so one video is going to be related to beauty and bath, and the other video is going to be more personal favorites such as music, Funko Pops, books, and stuff like that. So if you want to watch the second video, I'll make sure to link it as soon as it's actually live. Now this isn't going to be a super specific video in terms of everything that I wear on a daily basis, like primers and things like that when it comes to my makeup. I tried just sticking with the very main standout products. So if you want to see more of my favorites in an everyday basis, things that are my favorite of the year but I just didn't want to, be too specific on, or else this video would be an hour long, then go ahead and just check out some of my past videos. I have organized my channel, so hopefully it's a little easier to find everything now. I have a few playlists set up for you all, ranging from things like going cruelty-free to DIYs and things like that. The first thing I have to mention, most of you guys already know was going to be in this video, is my Lunatick Cosmetics contour kit. This thing is seriously an all-in-one holy grail item of 2015. I have used it every single day since getting it. The gray shades here, I mean, it's obviously a very cool tone palette, but that's exactly why I love it. I can look bronze if I want to with the browns, or I can just look sculpted with the grays and just have shadows. I call it an all-in-one because, as you all know, it also has some blush shades, some things that you can use as eyeshadows and things like that. The top right is a banana sort of powder that I like more than the Ben Nye. Another thing from Lunatick Cosmetics is their eyeshadow palette. This one is in Supernatural. I'm wearing it right now. I do really want to start filming more makeup looks because I get requested those so much. So if you guys are interested, hopefully that's something I can do in the new year. I noticed when I was cleaning out my channel and organizing everything that I don't have too many of them, especially not wearable ones. So I'm interested in doing more of those. Another absolute holy grail product has been the Becca under eye brightening corrector. This thing is amazing. If I could pick one product out of everything I'm about to show you, this would be it. This has been such a miracle worker. I forgot to mention all of these items are vegan, but please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. This is more of a creamy consistency, but it's still really thick, if that makes any sense. Not thick in the fact that it feels thick on your eyes, because it doesn't. It feels really lightweight, but it's thick coverage. So even though it's really creamy, it stays on really nicely and dries very well without creasing, and you don't need a concealer with this. It brightens and conceals all in one, and it color corrects. It's kind of those like all-in-one miracle workers, and I just seriously cannot recommend this enough. Another one of my holy grail items has been my Too Faced Primed and Poreless Loose Powder. My friend Elise, the Bubblegum Princess, was kind enough to send me a refill because I ran out, and this seriously is something I realized I can't live without. There's no other setting powder that does what this does, and it's just perfect for my oily to combo skin. It's perfect for setting any of my foundations regardless of what formula I'm using. And I do actually prefer the loose one over the pressed powder because for some reason I feel like it works better. But the pressed one is great to have in your purse for touch-ups. Next is a foundation. What I've been doing this year is mixing these two, and it has just been my go-to full coverage sort of look. So I pair my Mattifying Mineral Foundation by Illuminare with my Born This Way Too Faced Foundation. The reason why I can't just use this by itself is because it makes my skin way too oily, and I have oily skin as it is, so the fact that it amplifies that is really not good for me. So I have to pair it with a mattifying one, and I do like using this by itself, but sometimes my skin is too dry. So this just seems to be the perfect balance. I can use one or the other. If maybe my skin is dry, I'll use this. If it's too oily, I'll use this. But most of the time, it's just everywhere, so using both really helps. I really think the secret to finding the perfect foundation is just mixing the ones you already have. So that is what I do. Thanks to my bae, Tashina, 2015 was the year that I discovered Becca's Opal. I was very late to the party. It is a beautiful highlighter that you can use pretty much anywhere. You don't have to just use it on your cheekbones. You can use it on the inner corner of your eyes or as an eyeshadow, and it's just so pretty. It's the perfect color because it's not too gold, it's not too pink. This year was also a major year for matte lips. I feel like matte lipsticks were the biggest craze in the beauty world, and I completely got sucked in. I tried quite a few formulas, so I'm actually really looking forward to doing a matte lipstick video. But I did narrow it down to 3 that I use the most often this year, and they are Desert Taupe by Aromi, which is what I'm wearing now, and it's what I'm wearing in most videos where I get asked what I'm wearing on my lips, and I'm so sorry, I always forget to tell you guys what it is that I'm wearing. Their lipsticks are so perfect. The formula is just, it's probably the best formula I've found so far, at least. I've tried Ofra, I've tried ColourPop, I've tried a few that I'm going to show you now. I've tried a lot of them this year, and I just always go back to Aromi. It doesn't transfer as much as the other ones do for me. It's not too drying, but it's also not sticky, and it glides over any dry patches that you might still have in your lips. Like if your lips are still a little chapped, it won't show. And I know they have new packaging now, and I was kind of bummed about it because I thought this was kind of what set them apart, but I haven't tried the new packaging, so I can't say if it's better or not. The other 2 that I've really been loving, of course, Libra from Black Moon Cosmetics. This thing is incredible. Also an amazing formula. It's a little more comfortable than Aromi because it's less drying. My beautiful dear friend Sydney was gonna gift me this before I bought it, and I had no idea, so I have to shout out for her and thank her so much for doing that for me. I have the best friends in the entire world. So yeah, that has been a top favorite. Another one is Dose of Color Stone. You guys already know this is kind of a cult favorite around the beauty world, but now I know why. The formula is awesome as well. And this color is literally the perfect everyday wearable matte color. I feel like sometimes I'll try to go outside my comfort zone and wear something else, but I feel like I always go over it with this. As for more normal lipsticks, the 2 that I just had to mention are Red Apple lipsticks After Hours. This is the most beautiful, dark, vampy, plum purple ever. It's so comfortable. As you guys already know, I love Red Apple lipstick, and their formula is very, very comfortable. It's very moisturizing without moving too much, and I just really love their lipsticks. It's very high-end, high quality, but it's the kind of brand that even though they're a little more pricey, you're pretty much getting your money's worth because the quality is so much better than the other brands out there. Another one that is very high quality as well is the 100% pure fruit pigmented pomegranate oil anti-aging lipstick, and my favorite has been this one, which is in the shade Foxglove. It's just your perfect everyday pinky nude, and I think it's just so gorgeous. It's just one of those neutral nudes that anybody would be able to wear, and it's very moisturizing without moving everywhere. I don't usually have to use a lip liner, and when I do, I just use my Red Apple lipstick lip liners because those are bomb as well, and I just love it. As for what I use to apply all of this, I had to give a shout out to my Sigma brushes, except I have one furless right here, so these are the Sigma ones. I honestly did not think I was going to ever not use furless brushes because they're my favorites, and they still are, but when I started using Sigma again, I just realized my deep love just never went away. So the one from Furless, since I only have one, I'll show that one to you guys first, is the MF3. This is the perfect contouring brush. It just really allows you to sculpt everything, but you can also blend it out. It's not too harsh, and it's the perfect size so you can really get into your cheekbone. For foundation, I really love my 3D HD Kabuki, as you all may already know. If I'm not using my beauty blender, I'm using this. It has kind of like 2 slanted sides, so it's easier to get into those trickier areas like the sides of your nose and your under eyes and things like that. I've also been loving the Exact Blend E32 for underneath my waterline if I want to kind of add a more smoky effect to my eye look. I usually find that the eye look is not really complete until you do that because it really tends to bring it all together, and this definitely helps. It's great with packing a lot of color but distributing it very specifically. I also love using my medium sweeper E54 to apply a highlight to the inner corners of my eyes. And last but not least, my ultimate favorite, which is the E35 Tapered Blending. This thing is a dream. I feel like this year I definitely got the whole blending thing down, and it was all thanks to this because it just made my life so much easier. So those are pretty much all of my makeup standouts of the year. Now I'm going to move on to more bath related products, not necessarily what you'd use in the shower, but what you'd use on your body, nails, and things like that. So I'm gonna start with Forever Polished by Ashley. Now, her mani bombs are fucking incredible. They seriously changed the way my nails look. One of my subscribers introduced me to her and I've been obsessed ever since. My mom is equally obsessed, so I ordered a ton of things for her as well. They're very affordable. They're like $1 or $2 each, and I just absolutely love her work. All of the ones that I have are vegan, but she has the best customer service, so if you just let her know that you would like all of yours to be vegan, she'll tell you which ones aren't, which aren't very many at all. These pretty much work like bath bombs. You just put them in a small bowl of water that you would dip your fingers into, of course, before you start your manicure, and your hands will smell so amazing. The oils will moisturize your hands perfectly, and it's just an absolute dream. Another product I've been loving for my nails are my Madam Glam gel polishes. I am gonna have another video on these because they did send me the light that they have in their shop so that I can try that and show you guys a full in-depth demo. But they seriously have just completely been a game changer for me. Because I have very weak nails, my nail polish tends to chip very quickly, a lot quicker than usual. This has completely annihilated that for me because I don't have to worry about it anymore. Not only that, but now my nails can grow a lot better because they won't break, and they're so easy to use. It saves me so much money because I don't have to get them done at a salon. And because it's still a soak-off polish, if I get sick of a color, it's not that difficult to take off and put another one on, even though if you don't take them off, they'll stay on forever. So it's just a perfect balance. To remove all of my makeup, I have been completely obsessed with Pacifica's Seafoam Complete Face Wash. This is almost like cleaning your face with an oil. As soon as you put it on and you just start rubbing very lightly, it gets everything off. It's a complete miracle worker, and I feel like it's the only thing that really takes all of my makeup off. Another item by Pacifica is their Dreamy Youth Day and Night Face Cream. I've been using this as a moisturizer every day and it's awesome. Very lightweight. I do still love my Andalou because it has SPF and I don't believe this one does, but this is definitely a great everyday moisturizer for me. If my skin is more dry than usual and I need something a little extra, I'll use my Silken Body Oil by Wild Ivy. This has coconut and calendula, and mine is in Just the Look. It's one of my favorite fragrances by her. This is incredible. It's so moisturizing, but it is a body oil, so it can get a little greasy if you overdo it. A little goes a long way with this, and because it's in a spray pump, it just makes it a lot better to apply. And of course, even though you guys saw that I did a vegan perfume trilogy, I think my favorite one would have to be Wild Ivy. As much as I absolutely adore Black Phoenix Alchemy and Southern Comforts, for an everyday wear, I have just been leaning toward Wild Ivy every single time. It doesn't mean that I don't like the other two companies as much, because I do. I really love them, but I feel like I've just been going toward this one so much more that I had to mention it over the other ones. My favorite right now is a scent that I just recently purchased called Hello September. It's the perfect scent for me. It has become my signature scent. Every single time I wear one of her perfumes, I get complimented. All of my coworkers have already made huge orders, and I just absolutely love everything she does. I also finally found a deodorant that worked for me this year, and it's the Crystal Essence Pomegranate one. I got it in a Love Goodly box, I believe, but this seriously has been a miracle worker. My armpits are incredibly sensitive, and this is the only thing I found that don't aggravate them. I do still want to try Meow Meow Tweet's non-baking soda one, or whatever it is that doesn't have baking soda in it, obviously. And I know Schmidt's was talking about coming out with a sensitive pits one as well. There's a few other ones I want to try, but for now this has definitely helped me and done the trick. Something else that I received in a subscription service box is my Healthy Locks Dry Shampoo Powder by One Love Organics. I love this so much. Actually, someone in my Bunny Lifestyle Facebook group suggested that I use a little bit of cocoa powder with it since I have really dark hair. That's what she does, and I thought that was just absolutely genius. Even though I haven't found that this gives like that white film that other ones usually do, what I do is I just dust it on my hands and then apply it to my hair because I hate messing with, you know, loose powders. I usually really like the spray kind, but I've actually found that the loose ones are more effective, and it's a lot easier to use once you get used to it. Plus it volumizes like crazy, so it's been an absolute favorite of mine. Believe it or not, that is it for my beauty and bath favorites. This isn't even half of the products I wanted to show you guys, so I'm pretty proud of myself for keeping it as small as I did. Let me know below what you've been loving this year, if there's something you think I should try. What might work for me may not work for someone else. These are just the things that were absolutely standout products of the year for me. And that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my 2015 personal favorites video where I'm gonna look the exact same because it's gonna be just a few minutes from now. I love you so much. Bye. The camera's too far away so I can't hit it. Bye. Oh.